What's up, YouTube? Dead Draw here, bringing another video today. Today, I actually want to bring a video. I want to talk about casual versus competitive, and this has an ongoing thing in Yu-Gi-Oh. And I want to explain. This is my opinion. I just want to kind of put this out there. This is my opinion of what casual versus competitive is. Now, I want to talk about. There was someone who said that you can't, you can't play casual. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is always competitive. You're always trying to win, so it's competitive and whatnot. Um, I'm not going to go into who's saying that. I'm not trying to start any beef or anything, but I just want to get my point across here. And kind of talk about casual versus competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. And that's because there is a huge difference between casual and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Some people like to play cards. Like I think there's even different levels of casual players. You know what I mean? I think there's even different levels of casual players. Some people like to play cards like Card Trader and stuff like that because they like those cards. They think it's fun. They think that's an enjoyable card they play. They like to have that idea of putting a card back from their hand and seeing what they're gonna get. Maybe they're gonna get something godly, and they'd love to see those plays because when those plays like happen to be the best play, they see and it's a lot of fun to them, and winning or losing in the end, yes, you're trying to win, but the point is, it doesn't matter to them. It doesn't, just because you're trying to win doesn't make something competitive, right? Like, for example, I want to go into an example because then we have meta players, right? We have these meta players, and they are always trying to win, and they do care if they win. They're trying specifically hard to win and get these tops at regionals and stuff like that. There's casual players who go to regionals just so they can play in a regional. They don't care. They get 5 packs, they get to play. They don't care if they get scrubbed. Like, they don't care if they don't win a duel. Like, it's whatever to them, or they're learning. There's so much debate on this subject. I don't know why there is. I'm just gonna fix my camera here because it's a little wonky there. There we go. But like, it really irritates me how people can say that, oh well, just because you play casual doesn't mean you need to play bad cards. But like, sometimes those casual players, those bad cards are fun for them, like Card Trader or other cards. Like, for example, they like those cards, so that's what makes it fun to play for them. You can't say there's no such thing as casual because everyone's trying to win. The difference between competitive and casual is competitive has an agenda. You have an agenda. You're trying to top. You're trying to win packs. You're trying to do more stuff. You're trying harder to win than a casual player would be trying hard to win. There's I think that it's complete bullshit. That you say just because you're playing casual doesn't mean it doesn't mean you have to play good cards, or it means you have to play good cards. Like, it doesn't matter, man. There's different tiers of casual play, and I wouldn't say, like, say if I went to go play soccer with 8 of my friends, and it's a 4-on-4 soccer game, just let's just say, right? Just because you're trying to win soccer and play soccer doesn't mean you're casually playing soccer. It's not a real game. It doesn't mean anything who wins or loses. You're just casually playing soccer. That's, where if you go and if we look at the big leagues, I don't even know what it's called, if it is actually called FIFA, probably called FIFA, the FIFA and stuff like that, that's competitive. So you can't say that just because, there's no such thing as casual. There is fucking such a thing as casual. There's people who play cards they want to just for fun. I think it's complete bullshit. And yes, I'm a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. I enjoy that. That's what I enjoy. I like playing meta. I like playing this. I like trying to win. I like trying to top events. That's what's fun to me. It kind of irritates me that people can, say don't play this card because it's bad. Well, I'm a casual player. I like that card, and then you're like, well, no, there's no such thing as casual. I think that's complete bullshit, and that type of thing shouldn't be said. I think that's just ignorant. But I mean, like, everyone's entitled to their opinion, though, so I'm not like hating on that. Sorry. I just really hate, like, I really hate that argument. I really hate that argument. I think that's a bullshit, and I completely respect the people who want to play casually. Who, I mean, there's a large casual audience in my city that doesn't come to support locals, and I'm not gonna lie, it sucks that they don't come because our locals could be so much bigger, but they don't like to play against the meta. So can I really fucking blame them? No, I can't, right? Like at the end of the day, they don't want to play against meta all day. They just want to play their fun decks, have fun, and not give a fuck. Like, you know, that's literally a thing. Like, you can't say there's no casual versus competitive. That honestly just irritates me so much. There's definitely a casual. There's a casual in everything. There's a casual for everything. You know, some people play CS:GO casually for fun, and then some people play it for millions of fucking dollars, and that's what competitive is versus what casual is, just playing for fun in my ranked play. Yeah, you're trying to win, but that doesn't mean you're taking it to a competitive level, you know. Now, like, that's the thing. And the thing is, like, if we look at the fucking term competitive, let's define this right now, because the person who's saying is taking this term relation to characterized by competition, as good as better others competitive, like as good as or better than others of comparable nature. See, now, if we take that second, what it is, it means you're trying to be as good or better than others, right? Okay, well, some people aren't. Some people aren't. They're just trying to play fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. Just because something's competitive, doesn't mean just because something you're trying to win doesn't make it competitive. Like, yeah, I'm competing against one player, but that doesn't mean it's high tier competitive format. Just because you're competing against one another. I think you're taking these people who argue this take this term too seriously, too literally. I mean, you know, like, I used to play competitive Call of Duty. I would travel to events and go play in tournaments and do all that shit, right? But now I don't. And do I still get on and play Call of Duty casually? Yes, because I'm playing it casually. Just because I'm competing against other players doesn't make it fucking competitive. Don't take stuff so fucking literal, because, like, the second we do that, then we know it is. And do I think the casual and competitive split should be there? Honestly, if it makes people happy, then yeah, I think the competitive casual split's completely fucking fine. I think it's cool. And this is a topic. I'm just kind of going on a rant. I'm not really doing much editing for this video or anything like that. But I think it just it just irritated me. It's been irritating me for a while. And I just had to get it off my chest. And I respect all you casual players, all the casual players out there. You play cards like you want. I think that's fine. Just don't expect to win every duel. That's the only thing. And if you're completely fine with that, then have fun. Do that. Do what you like. I mean, life ends up being about what you enjoy anyway. So that's all it's about. So, you know. And then all the competitive players, don't hate on casual players. It just makes, like, I think hating on casual players and calling them bad and saying don't play this bad card and shit is just gonna fucking shy them away from coming forward to be playing meta competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, high tier competitive Yu-Gi-Oh at events and stuff like that. I think our you know, we shouldn't be saying, oh well, don't play these bad cards. These cards are bad, and then just like no explanation. Be like, hey, maybe you can try this card, it might be better for you. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, like, give them advice, but don't fucking hate on them. I think that's complete, like, just bull. Like, honestly, I think that's so much problem the community has. I hate it, you know. And it's fine, but, like, you know, I just think, you know, you hate, like, casual players see something like that or see opinions like this, and then they're like, well, yeah, like, these guys are assholes. Like, why would I want to, you know, get into competitive? Like, a lot of them don't, you know. Some of, like, I don't know what to say. I mean, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh casually, and then we started taking it a little bit serious. Then I went to a locals. I played my casual deck because it was not meta at all, and I got top 4. And then I got interested in like trying to make it better. Then I started looking at meta. Then I started doing this. You have to let these players get into the game. Let them play cards they enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, I played Blue Eyes because I enjoyed it. And this is long before. This is like when the only support cards were like White Stone, a Legend, and like Burst, Stream of Destruction. Like, there's just a few things. And I played those cards and I topped at locals with it. I mean, it's the locals. Yeah, who fucking cares? But I topped at locals with it. Like, And then that's what eventually got me into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh and traveling to regionals and traveling to that. So what would I consider a person who's competitive? I would consider somebody who travels to events, who wants to go, right? That's a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. You know what I mean? Like an amateur, I guess, like if you would put anything, it would be like an amateur person. But people who don't care about going to locals, that's completely casual. Like you can't argue that. You know, if you don't like going to locals because you would rather play cards like Card Trader and Mystical Space Typhoon over Galaxy Cyclone and stuff like that, then do it. Like, you know, play with your friends and have fun, right? The problem is that is competitive. I mean, that is casual. I almost just screwed up my what I was gonna say. That is casual, and I don't like. It's honestly just frustrating. It's just kind of this video has just kind of been a fucking rant for 10 minutes, but um like, just at the end of the day, you guys like stop. Just who cares, man? There's no casual versus competitive. Which one's more fun or which one's better? They are themselves. They are their own. We are our own group of people that you know. Um, I just happen to personally enjoy playing that, and then, but don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. People who try to make a deck and they want to top, and then they're like, well, I don't like to play meta, that, and but they're still a competitive player and they go to events and they travel and stuff like that. Yeah, all right, play good cards then. Like, don't play Card Trader, you know what I mean? Like that yeah, to that point. But you gotta we have to draw the line at some point saying when or what's gonna be good. um like, you know, if you want to take like a Sylvan deck, for example, you want to play Sylvans, then make sure you're not playing cards like Card Trader if you want to play it competitively and trying to make a top out of it. But, you know, like, I play casually, so I don't want to play this card, then don't play it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you are a casual player, play with your friends, stay at home, but just don't complain about going to locals and then there's only meta. That's just how the game is. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, like honestly, so like I don't think there should be any hate between Yu-Gi-Oh casual and competitive. Casual and competitive are two different things in Yu-Gi-Oh. Um, and yeah, all right, guys, pretty much that's all I have to say. Um, I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah.